over here. I think the project that they're working on is a very good project that would, it actually might apply to most of us who are in the room right now. But it is a good project. It's a great use of a piece of property that's been dormant for a lot of years or less than dormant. So I'll be pleased to take your questions later on. Thank you.
Thank you. Don Seeliger? Thanks. Sure.
Hi, my name's Don Seeliger, and Joe Fields and I are good friends, and I'm not as long-winded as Joe is. But he's a good friend. I've known Joe for many, many years. I've served on the city council for 3 years. Prepared myself for this job 2 years ago when I made a decision that I was going to run for mayor. And that was by making myself available for every committee they had available. So I've served on the Public Safety Commission. I've served on the Weed Seed Committee along with Terry Strle. I've served on the Finance Committee and the City Council itself. So looking at all these different facets of government has somewhat prepared me for the job, hopefully. We have a big job within our city, but believe it or not, our city's actually doing very well. I don't want to lay any blame off on any other institution. When I'm trying to put into proportion what the city of Fairbanks does with the dollars it has as compared to the other institutions, larger institutions in our city, excluding the university. The city of Fairbanks has a $30 million budget. With that $30 million budget, we have a police department paid for, a fire department that's paid for, and a public works department that takes care of over 400 lane miles whenever the snow flies. In comparison, we have a borough government that has, now how's a nice way to put this? We have a borough government that has a budget after they give the city, after they give the school district their money of $66 million a year to provide Parks and Rec, take care of the Carlson Center, Alaska Land, the dump, and the transit system. So if you look around and the number of people that the city employs, we're doing a pretty good job with the amount of money we have available to run the city. The school district budget, of course, is a lot higher. We all realize that. So we're not doing a really bad job of spending the people's money. We're being pretty frugal with it. And we're still trying to put a few dollars into infrastructure around town. You know, in other words, get some of the potholes fixed and maintain the infrastructure of our town. So all in all, it's not a bad plan, but it can always be better. We have to constantly be wary of where we're spending our dollars and how we're spending our dollars. And as I was just reminded by some of the folks at the table who were sitting there, I said, you know, it'd be nice to say that we can do this and that, but we are constrained by tax caps. And those are good and they're bad. They're bad for trying to maintain infrastructure, and they're good as far as, you know, controlling the cost of people of local government. So I've lived here for 61 years, went to school here in Fairbanks, attended the University of Alaska. I'm probably the person running for office that's been here the longest, I would have to say, having been born here. That's why I say, looking out here, a lot of these faces, I see a lot of familiar faces around because I've been here forever. I think Cushman was almost dirt when I first arrived, but that was being facetious. That was paid by the military, yeah. So anyway, that gives you a little idea of who I am, the fact I've been here in Fairbanks, some of how I feel about Fairbanks. There are, you know, and there are issues that we do have to deal with. Obviously, the populace is not happy with the fact that property taxes are one of the largest sources of revenue for the city. But some of the alternatives that have been proposed have been immediately shot down. So this isn't just a cut and dry, well, we're going to do this. So we've got to do some serious looking, and there are a lot of programs that would take some implementation to diversify our tax base. But these aren't great things that we can't accomplish and make Fairbanks a better place for all of us, our families, for years and for money. So hopefully I'll answer questions for you later on.
Thank you. Vivian Stiver?
Hi, I'm Vivian Stiver. I do know a number of you folks here in the room today. As you know, I've been in Fairbanks for a long time. I've been here for 30 years. Fortunate to have 2 children and raise them in this community. I'm a UAF graduate, class of 1991, and graduated in the Phi Kappa Phi for academic excellence, which I was particularly thrilled with because it was a joke. 2 kids, 2 jobs, 2 classes, because I raised my kids alone, but I got the job done and I did it well. I'm running for the mayor position because I was elected to council last year. Got involved at a very exciting time. A lot of controversy at that point with no sales tax and the lowering of the property tax. I was there and had to make difficult decisions and take a lot of heat at the very beginning. And the one thing I realized right off the bat, that I represent everyone in this community, and I need the time to research the issues and be clear about what's going on. And as a councilwoman, I could dedicate a whole lot more time to that job. But I want to be able to be there. I'm interested in government. I've watched our community. We're not in bad shape in the city. We have priorities. And our priorities are to take care of our citizens, to watch our roads, keep our services good and adequate for everyone, and do not tax the group least able to pay. I think that's paramount to me. It's one of the things that I believe in most truly. I have customers that do come to my shop and say, Viv, can I pay you later? My check's not here. It's $1 for a stone at my shop. They don't have $1 on a sales tax. They can't make up those pennies. They're not able to work an extra job. They're seniors, they're disabled folks. So I'm very much in favor of our cap on the 4.9 on the property tax and making up the difference without growing government through other measures. And I think that can be achieved. And also the other great thing that Fairbanks is coming up on is the Vision Fairbanks. It's a wonderful plan. The process has been outstanding. There's been a lot of involvement. And all these things can happen. But my main thing is we need to stay the course with our finances in the city so that we can grow and move ahead. We're going to draw business to our community, economic growth, if we provide a stable tax structure, something that the businesses can put in their budget and know they're going to pay. And I just think that's paramount for Fairbanks to move forward and not to lose sight of the fact we have to do it responsibly and respectfully to all our citizens in our community. 3 minutes is a long time, you guys.
Just stand up, David.
Yeah, so I look forward to your questions, and I just want to let you know that I'm very excited about this opportunity, and that's what it is for me. It's an opportunity I would like for you, the voters, to give to me so that I can go ahead and do the job for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Very cool. Thanks for coming out.
Hi, I'm Terry Strle. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I've lived in Fairbanks for 27 years. I'm the executive director of United Way, and really my 10 years of experience with United Way has really led me to seek the job of city mayor. I love this community. I think we live in a great community, and I want us to continue